The popular actress was revealed to be pregnant, and everyone guessed that the child belonged to the movie Emperor. Faced with everyone's speculation, the movie Emperor just smiled and said nothing. As the secret wife of the movie Emperor, I looked at the two of them on TV and said coldly, "Otto, since you want to be someone else's child's father so much, don't blame my son for not recognizing you." 1. Surprise! Superstar Mia is pregnant, and the father of the child is. I was curled up on the sofa scrolling through my phone when I suddenly saw a familiar name, and my heart skipped a beat. I clicked on it and saw a leaked pregnancy test report. The report clearly stated the name of Mia, the little flower, who had just returned to the country. Just as netizens were discussing who the father of the child was, paparazzi released a video. I watched the video, and my phone almost dropped from my hand. In the video, Otto, my husband who was supposed to be busy filming in another city, was carefully helping Mia out of the car, and even carrying her bag. There were even photos of them shopping for baby products together. As soon as this video was released, it immediately caused a huge controversy. Oh my God, when did they get back together? They even have a child. It seems that celebrities getting pregnant has become a trend now. This old couple is quite a topic of conversation. Everyone remembered that Mia was Otto's ex-girlfriend, but no one knew I was Otto's wife. Moreover, I was 8 months pregnant with his child. "Honey, I'm home." Otto came in with 2 bags in his hands. Seeing me staring, he shook the bags in his hand with a smile. "Look what I bought for you?" I took a look and found a dress from a high-end brand and 2 sets of baby clothes in the bag. He bent down and kissed my forehead, hugging me tenderly. "I passed by a baby store today and bought 2 sets of clothes for our baby. Of course, you've been working hard during your pregnancy, so I bought you a new dress." I couldn't help but laugh. It's been 8 months since I got pregnant, and he's never taken the initiative to buy anything for the child. I broke free from his embrace. "What's going on?" I held up my phone to show him, and the screen showed the news about Otto and Mia. He glanced at it, didn't explain immediately but smiled and asked, "Jealous?" I sneered. "I'm asking you, is Mia's child yours?" "Impossible." Otto frowned. "Don't worry, Mia and I just happened to meet on the road." I also thought it shouldn't be. After all, Mia had just returned to the country. These are just temporary curiosities of netizens. They will forget about it after a while. He gently stroked my head. "That's how it is in the entertainment industry. You should understand." Indeed, in the entertainment industry, they are the focus. Every move they make will be magnified and discussed by everyone. And I'm just his hidden married partner that he doesn't want to make public. I slapped his hand away. "So you're not going to clarify?" I could tell from his eyes what he meant. He was just afraid that clarifying now would only make things worse, so he planned to ignore it. Seeing my bad face, he added, "Don't worry. After my next drama is finished, I'll announce online that I'm married and my wife is an outsider." He looked at me nervously. "Is that okay? Don't be angry for the sake of our child." Suddenly, I felt a little ironic. "So you still care about the child in your belly?" At this moment, the doorbell rang urgently. Otto got up to open the door, and I followed. At the door, I saw Mia standing there, panting. She was sweating profusely, her hair was disheveled, and she threw herself into Otto's arms, tearfully saying, "Save me." 2. "How did you end up here?" Otto asked, supporting Mia while glancing at me uneasily. "My ex-husband came to my house and wouldn't leave," Mia cried with red eyes. "Please let me stay here for a while. He'll beat me if he sees me." "This." Otto looked a little embarrassed. Noticing his gaze on me, Mia turned her head as well. "Sister-in-law, I really have nowhere else to go, so I had to ask Otto for help." "Otto isn't a policeman. What can he do to solve your problem?" I said calmly. Mia stammered, unable to speak, and suddenly covered her stomach and slowly squatted down. Her phone rang, and she answered it immediately, crying, "I don't have any money, don't call me anymore." Then she squatted on the ground and sobbed uncontrollably. I watched Otto's hands clench and unclench. I hadn't seen this expression in a long time. Sure enough, he had softened. "Nora, she's pregnant, and she just returned to the country. She has nowhere to go." After saying that, He pulled Mia up from the ground and wiped her tears. No matter what, she's also my friend. I can't just stand by and watch. Let her stay at our house for a few days first. I'll find another place to settle her. It won't affect you. With that, he took Mia directly to our room. I decorated the house myself, and only the bedspread on the bed was chosen by Otto, with a blooming white flower embroidered on it. I quickly stepped forward to block him. Are you going to take her to our bedroom? She's in a lot of pain now, and the guest room isn't ready yet. What about me? I'm pregnant with your child. Are you going to make me sleep on the sofa? I'll have someone tidy up the guest room as soon as Mia feels better. Seeing that Mia was in a lot of pain, he directly picked her up and walked past me into the room. I didn't ignore Mia's triumphant look at me. Olivia, Onchi. I called to the maid who was cooking. Ma'am, what's wrong? The quilt in Otto's in my bedroom is a bit dirty. Please help me wash it. Otto paused and turned around, saying coldly, Nora, do you think it's appropriate to do this now? Seeing the awkward atmosphere, Aunt Olivia quickly said, the wife is pregnant now, so she should pay attention to hygiene. What if she touches something unclean, and it's bad for the baby? She then looked at Mia and added, if this young lady feels uncomfortable, she can sit here for a while. I'll go and tidy up the guest room now. Is that okay? Otto nodded with a sullen face and sat Mia down on the sofa. I watched her put her legs up on the coffee table and was about to speak when I heard her ask in surprise. It smells so good, Aunt Olivia. What are you cooking? Can I have a sip of the soup? No. Aunt Olivia carried the quilt she had changed from the room and came down. I'm sorry. That's a medicinal soup for the wife to nourish her body. I don't know if it's suitable for this young lady's body. What if it's bad for the baby in her belly? Mia pursed her lips and looked at Otto with a face full of grievance. Seeing the exchange of glances between the two, I felt disgusted. I gave Aunt Olivia a look and turned to leave the villa. Nora, where are you going? 3. I fell in love with Otto when he first started out in the entertainment industry. One of my novels was adapted into a TV series, and the producer invited me to be the screenwriter. He played a young and promising officer in it. I happened to see him practicing his lines. All the famous actors had their own dedicated rest trailers, but he could only sit in a corner under the scorching sun. Perhaps sensing me looking at him, he looked up and gave me a smile. Although I was very excited, I still pretended to be calm and walked over to chat casually. How's your line practice going? He nodded and said, I've almost memorized them all, but I still need to think about some of the emotional parts. I joked, it would be great if everyone was as hardworking as you. Acting is my passion, he said with a twinkle in his eyes. Being an actor has been my dream since I was a child. It's my goal. I could tell he genuinely loved this profession. The series became a hit after it aired. Although Otto's role was not big, it was very popular, and his fans increased a lot. But without any background support, his resources were still poor, and the following roles did not arouse much interest. Then his love story with Mia was exposed, and his career plummeted. Both of them suffered huge pressure from public opinion and had to break up. I met him again at a party after the crew of another drama finished filming. I went to celebrate at the invitation of a friend. Under the lights, he didn't look as cheerful as before, but rather heavy. Noticing me coming in, he smiled politely, and then looked at Mia with worry, who was being forced to drink and teased by everyone. Following his gaze, I couldn't help but frown. Just as I was about to say something, someone next to me stopped me. She came here willingly. I saw Otto's eyes fixed on Mia, and tears welled up in them. At this time, an assistant director seemed to have just noticed his existence. Oh, there's our second male lead too, come on. Let's have a drink together. Then he poured Otto drink after drink. I don't know how, but he ended up drunk and ran to my room. The next morning, he woke up sitting on the bed, looking at a loss. After a long time he spoke. I'll be responsible for you. But I didn't agree. Later, I learned that Mia had left the country and went to develop her career in Country P the day after that. Even so, nothing seemed to change for Otto. After that, he started to pursue me. On the first day of joining the crew, he would send me photos of his life. When he won an award, He would always look for me in the crowd first. When I was sick and hospitalized, he would specially ask for leave to take care of me. Eventually, we got together and quickly got a marriage certificate. To allow Otto to focus on his work, I agreed to keep our relationship private. Over the past 3 years, I have witnessed him grow from an unknown person to a hot star in the industry. One day he said, "I'm still in the climbing stage, so I can't always be by your side." Seeing that I was unhappy, he gently kissed my forehead and said softly, "Wait, okay? Wait until I win an important award and become a movie emperor." But before his dream came true, I heard the news of Mia's return. In a video welcoming her at the airport, Otto was easily found standing in the crowd. He was holding a bouquet of white gardenias. It happened to be my birthday that day, and when I got home, he also bought me a bag. Perhaps because he was in a good mood today, he was very patient and considerate towards me. Out of curiosity, I asked him the reason, and he only replied faintly, "I just happened to see the blooming gardenias on the way and thought it was pretty good, so I thought of this." The blooming flowers also mean the rekindling of old love. Perhaps it's time to leave. 4. Otto caught up with me when I was almost at the gate of the community. "Don't make a scene, okay?" He reached out to stop me. "Making a scene? You brought your ex-girlfriend home and blatantly moved her into my room." Seeing him blocking me, I simply changed direction. "I've told you countless times we're just friends. She's pregnant. Do you think there's any possibility between us?" I looked into his eyes. They reflected complaints, anger, and fatigue, but no guilt. "I don't know if it's possible between you two, but we're over. Do you want a divorce? Are you so heartless that you don't want your child to have a father?" I don't understand why Otto is in such a hurry. Isn't this the best way for him to get rid of me and be with Mia openly? Such a heated argument is not good for me who is pregnant. Just as I turned to leave, a woman with a child passed by. What kind of people are there? Taking a celebrity's photo and saying she is his wife. The security guard is so unreliable. Following her gaze, I saw a foreign man holding a photo and asking around, "Have you seen the woman in this photo? She is my wife." The man's substandard Mandarin gave me a strange sense of familiarity. That person is. He's Mia's ex-husband. Judging by his appearance, he should be looking for Mia. Otto recognized the other party and looked gloomy. The man was flushed, obviously drunk. But how could he enter such a high-end residential area so easily? Just as I was wondering, the man walked towards us. He glared at Otto viciously. "Are you the one in the video who was shopping with my wife?" Otto ignored him and quickly pulled me away. But the drunk man was relentless and quickly stepped forward to block our way. "Where is my wife? Where did you take her? What are you talking about? As you can see, this is my wife, and she's pregnant with my child." The man looked me up and down and sneered at Otto. "Do you think I'm a fool? I know you very well. Aren't you the right-hand man of that famous director?" Seeing Otto's face change, the man continued to provoke. "Don't worry. As long as you pay back the debt Mia owes me, I'll let her go." Seeing that Otto was still motionless, the other party became angry and pulled a small knife from his pocket. Seeing this situation, Otto instinctively blocked me behind him. Taking advantage of the entanglement between the two, I realized that something was wrong and quickly hid to the side to call the police. However, before I could call the police, the man rushed forward and grabbed my hair and pulled it back. Even so, I still protected my stomach with my hands. "What are you trying to do? Are you going to call the police?" Then he slapped me hard. Instantly, I fell to the ground and blood flowed down my thigh. "Nora!" Seeing the situation out of control, the man quickly pushed Otto away and escaped. 5. Otto rushed me to the hospital. "Don't be afraid, you and the baby will be fine." I lay in bed, my hair soaked with sweat. "Don't be nervous, relax." Otto held my hand tightly and comforted me softly. I was panting, but the severe pain didn't ease. It felt like my body was being torn apart. I felt like I was about to faint from the pain, and Otto kept saying in my ear, "When our baby is born, I'll announce on Weibo that I'm going to be a father. Our child will be the happiest baby. You have to hold on." I gradually calmed down and tried to regulate my breathing. Oh no, In a daze, I saw a girl rushing over. It was Mia's assistant. Mia was so scared by a man that her water broke, and she had a premature birth. She lost a lot of blood. Woo-woo, Otto, please go and see her. My wife is about to give birth. You go and take care of her first. Otto turned around and said coldly without looking at her. Although he said so, I felt his grip on my hand loosen gradually. If you leave, don't come back. I stared at him intently. Seeing that Otto was still hesitant, Mia's assistant simply came over and pulled him. Mia has been calling your name. If you don't go, she will be in a lot of pain. I felt another sudden pain in my stomach, and I unconsciously grabbed his hand. Don't you know how Mia has been living abroad? Are you going to leave her alone? I couldn't see Otto's expression at the moment. I just felt his hand trembling. After a long time, he pried my fingers apart one by one. I'll go see her first and I'll be back. He stroked my head and wiped the sweat from my face. Believe me, I love you the most, and I won't change what I promised you. I was too weak from the pain to push him away. I glared at him, my eyes filled with resentment. Do you love her that much, Otto? Even on the day our child was born, you would abandon us. If you don't want me or our child, then I don't need you either. I was pushed into the operating room alone. Come on, take a deep breath. The female doctor next to me comforted me gently. Lying on the cold bed, my eyes were swollen from crying, and my whole body ached numbly. It's out, it's out. Finally, when I heard these words, I breathed a sigh of relief. Before I lost consciousness, I asked the assistant to prepare a divorce agreement. Check the information of Mia's ex-husband again. Also prepare a gift for Otto. 6. Miss, are you really sure you want a divorce? Olivia, the housekeeper, rushed over to see me after hearing that I had just given birth. Seeing her anxious look, I felt a little touched. Olivia has been working in our house since I was very young, and when she heard that I was pregnant, she volunteered to take care of me. She couldn't bear to see me being bullied by Otto. Do you know, after you left yesterday, a foreign man suddenly appeared at the door, and she fell down the stairs in fright. This is called karma. Just as she said that, the door was pushed open, and seeing Otto coming in, Olivia quickly shut her mouth and pretended to be taking care of the baby. I noticed Otto coming in with a thermos. You've worked hard, Nora. I cooked some soup for you. Your body is still very weak, so you need to nourish yourself. He put the soup on the table and waved his hand in front of me. My hand is even scalded for making this soup. Aren't you afraid that the scar will affect your career? After all, the most important thing for an actor is appearance, both the face and the hands. It's okay, just think of it as compensation for not being with you yesterday. He mentioned yesterday's incident lightly, and then went to the baby and teased him. Our baby is so cute, he must have inherited my handsome face. Sometimes, I really find it strange. Why hasn't he become a movie emperor with such good acting skills? No matter what emotion he wants to portray, whether it's admiration, deep affection, or guilt, he can easily present it. Let's get a divorce. Hearing me say that, Otto's originally bright smile froze. You must be too tired now. I'm very clear-headed. I didn't give him a chance to refute, and I said word by word again. I've decided to divorce you. I don't agree. Ignoring his objection, I continued. I told him that my novel was about to be adapted into a TV series, and I had already found director Nolan. If he agreed to sign the divorce papers, then Mia would star in the drama with him. In recent years, every drama directed by director Nolan has been a big hit, and the actors who participated in it have become very popular. For Otto, participating in such a work would definitely be a good thing, and for Mia, it would be a great opportunity to make a comeback. Hearing this, Aunt Olivia almost couldn't control her emotions and burst out laughing. Seeing this, I gently patted her hand and comforted her a few words, asking her to calm down. Let me think about this first. Otto frowned, indicating that he needed to consider it. I knew he was wavering. After Otto left, I immediately asked Aunt Olivia to pour out the soup. You won't really let that scumbag couple star in the adaptation of your book, will you? Aunt Olivia asked reluctantly. Of course not. I've put too much effort into this novel. How could they be the characters in my book? My phone rang suddenly, reminding me that another well-prepared gift had arrived. 7. Yesterday morning, a female star gave birth to a child, and a top male star accompanied her in person. Wow, so they really got back together. Why didn't they make it public if they were already together? I said they were going to focus on their careers, but now they even have a child. At Otto, are you even a man? Looking at the netizens' comments, I'm not sure if Otto likes this surprise. Otto values his career and reputation the most. If the previous pregnancy check was just a rumor from marketing accounts, then this time their relationship has been completely exposed. Otto's fans were almost blown up. Accusations of irresponsibility, deception of fans, and other criticisms poured in. It felt like everything was back to when they announced their relationship. On the day I was discharged from the hospital, Otto came to my house with Mia to discuss the divorce. Before I could speak, Mia said tearfully, "I'm sorry, if it's because of me that you're getting a divorce, I can give up this child." Okay. Seeing Mia's expression suddenly freeze, I smiled and said, "Just kidding. How could I go back on my word?" I took out the prepared divorce agreement and motioned for Otto to sign it. Otto took it, but hesitated to sign. What is he hesitating about? The baby's cry came, and Otto looked over. "I think you have no way out," I said coldly. "If he doesn't get a divorce, they will both be criticized. And I think Miles' appearance won't change his mind." After hesitating repeatedly, he finally signed his name. "I hope we don't tell the public about our marriage," I sneered. "I also hope you never appear in front of Miles. He doesn't need a father like you." A few days after leaving my house, Otto posted a photo on social media. In the photo, he was holding Mia and her child's hands. Fans immediately recognized the jewelry on Mia's hand. Many female fans expressed their heartbreak and unfollowed him. Otto seemed to be prepared and bought some water army to fill the gap. Many big fans took the initiative to set the rhythm and said in the comments, "Bless you, looking forward to your future works." At that time, Nolan was sitting on the sofa, looking at the fans' comments and said helplessly, "Why would you give up your own son and rush to be someone else's father?" Looking at Miles in the cradle, who was laughing innocently, I said, "Who knows? I no longer have the energy to care about Otto's feelings. In the future, I just want to live a good life with Miles." I picked up the keyboard again and started updating my new novel. The author is back, yay! Looking forward to the new work. The new book did quite well, and Nolan got the copyright of the book again. Looking at Nolan, who was swiping his phone, I talked to him about the adaptation of the novel. Nolan scratched his head in annoyance. I said, "You've already divorced. Why are you still so nice to them?" "I finally got the copyright of your 2 novels," Nolan said aggrievedly. Seeing him so angry, I couldn't help but laugh. Who would have thought that the cold and ruthless director outside would be so funny? Nolan and I were college classmates. In my senior year, his grandmother was seriously ill, and in order to fulfill the old woman's wish, I pretended to be his girlfriend to meet his parents. As compensation, I asked him to agree to Otto and Mia's appearance first. "Don't worry, it's my hard work, and I won't let them ruin it." 8. Because I had just given birth and my body was weak, and I was busy taking care of my son every day, I didn't continue working as a screenwriter for the next 3 years, but occasionally updated and wrote some novels at home. During these 3 years, Otto quickly became a big star in the film industry with several films, and even won the Best Actor award, becoming famous overnight. At the same time, Mia, busy with her family and taking care of her child, hasn't taken on any new dramas for a long time. With the fierce competition in the entertainment industry, her popularity has naturally declined as she has been out of the public eye for a long time. Seeing that the gap between her and Otto was getting bigger and bigger, Mia was obviously a little anxious. So she immediately bought several online water army accounts and hinted that she would be participating in a previously agreed upon TV series and would be starring with Otto. She uploaded a photo of herself sitting on the sofa reading a script on social media with the caption, "Working hard." Fans commented below, "Is there really going to be that drama? I'm looking forward to it. The goddess is finally returning to the screen." But on the other hand, Otto's supporters reacted completely differently. Are you still so obsessed with her? Why don't you focus on your career? You finally made a name for yourself in the film industry. Okay, the wife is the biggest. We'll just be your background. I was scrolling through my phone while holding Miles, and when I saw Mia's post, I clicked on it. Originally, I wanted to close the page, but my son said, "Mom, the carpet in this photo looks a lot like the scarf Grandma knitted for you." When he mentioned it, I noticed a small carpet in the corner. I immediately recognized it as a gift made by my mother. 2 scarves of different styles, but both very beautiful. One for me and one for Otto. I didn't have the heart to care about her post anymore, and quickly asked the nanny to watch my child, and immediately went to Mia. Before I even had a chance to ring the doorbell, Otto opened the door directly. Seeing me, Otto was a little surprised, but immediately put on a friendly smile and said, "You're here too. I was just about to go find you. Give me the scarf that my mom made for me." I didn't beat around the bush. "I'm sorry, it was indeed Mia's fault. Now the scarf has been washed and dried, and I'll bring it to you right away." Taking the bag from Otto, I could still feel some warmth. Just as I was about to speak, Otto turned around and pulled Mia, who was sitting on the sofa, and asked her to apologize to me. Seeing her current appearance, I was surprised. Mia's eyes were red, her hair was a little messy, and there were faint signs of being beaten on her cheeks. After hearing Otto's request, she looked at him dissatisfiedly and said, "I'm sorry, I just accidentally dropped my scarf on the ground." For such an explanation, I did not forgive her, but simply warned her coldly, "Since you haven't started filming yet, I suggest you be more restrained and don't cause any more trouble. We have signed a contract. The female lead is my role." "So what?" I replied coldly. "Do you think I care about that breach of contract? You don't talk to my mother like that." Hearing our quarrel, a curly-haired little boy rushed over and stood in front of Mia. After being stunned for a moment, I continued to stare at her and said, "Have you thought it through? What are you arguing with me about in this situation?" Mia looked at Otto for help, hoping he would say something good for her, but he looked indifferent and said, "Forget it, it's our fault for not doing well enough. Nora, just let bygones be bygones." Although I was surprised by their attitudes, I didn't want to say anything more. I took the bag containing the scarf and left. Maybe because she was worried about missing out on this role, Mia has been frequently promoting her participation in the film on the internet. Soon after, director Nolan announced that the shooting date was approaching. However, unexpectedly, the new project announced was an adaptation of another one of my books. 9. The new drama is about to start shooting, and Nolan came to discuss the next steps with me. Just then, Otto's commercial was on TV. Miles patted my leg and said, "Mom, change the channel. I don't want to see Bad Dad." "You know that's your dad?" Nolan seemed a little surprised. "Of course, you've said it so many times, I'm not stupid," he said. "But people from the past should be like dead people, so I think he's already dead." "Otto." I ignored their conversation and changed the subject. "Mom is going to work for a while. You have to be good at home, okay?" Miles looked up, his eyes red and full of tears. "No, I want to be with Mom." He immediately rushed over and hugged my leg tightly. I coaxed him for a long time, but he didn't calm down. I really couldn't do anything about him. "Why don't you bring him along?" Nolan suggested, picking up a cookie. Seeing his favorite snack being touched by others, Miles pouted. But when he heard that he could go together, he immediately looked at me expectantly. "Will it affect the shooting?" I was still a little worried. "Let Aunt Olivia follow us, I promise I'll be good." He looked at me pleadingly. In the end, I agreed under Nolan's and Miles's repeated insistence. After Aunt Olivia helped us pack our luggage, I took Miles to the set. When I got to the set, I was worried that he would be uncomfortable because there were so many people. It turned out that I was overthinking. He was very friendly to everyone, calling them beautiful sister and handsome brother, and quickly won everyone's favor. "It seems that your son is more sociable than you. There are still some parts of the script that need to be revised. Come and take a look." Nolan pulled me away. "Speaking of which, when you guys made your relationship public, did anyone trouble you?" I asked curiously. He just got a little bit famous in the film industry, so he doesn't look down on idol dramas. He's probably worried about not taking this job, he said helplessly. But Mia has been unemployed at home for a long time and has been asking me a lot of questions. Indeed, Mia, who had nothing to do, should be eager to find something to do. At that moment, a voice suddenly sounded. Director Nolan, someone is here to see you. Nolan and I looked at each other, and he calmly said, come in. The person who came was Mia. She looked exhausted and completely different from the energetic image on TV. Director, when will the project we talked about start? Mia asked. There are many aspects to consider for a TV series, such as schedule and investment. If you can't wait, you can choose to give up, the assistant director said calmly, but with a hint of severity. Mia quickly shook her head. It's okay, I'm willing to wait. Since that's the case, leave quickly. The assistant director was obviously impatient and waved his hand, signaling her to leave. The other staff members didn't intercede for her either. Just as she was about to leave, a fist-sized stone suddenly flew over. I quickly pulled her to avoid it, but fortunately, it didn't hit her. But before I could react, another stone flew straight at us. In my daze, Nolan quickly protected me behind him. The stone only grazed his arm. Several staff members angrily went to find the culprit. As a result, they only found a few naughty children. The children explained that they had run over here to play without meaning to. In the end, they could only be sent to the police station for education and then released. After this accident, Mia, who was frightened, left the scene in a hurry. When Nolan's wound was bandaged, I found that he was holding the stone tightly in his hand and examining it intently. I went closer and saw that there were actually words written on it. 10. You want my son to participate in a variety show? I stared at the other party in disbelief. The filming of the drama was about to end, and I was just thinking about finally relaxing for a while. But unexpectedly, I received an invitation from a variety show. Yes, I'm a friend of Nolan's. When I was on the set last time, I saw that your child was very smart. The program director smiled. This parent-child interaction program mainly involves several families participating together. I was still a little hesitant, but wouldn't it be more suitable to find some celebrities? We want a variety of families, not just actors, but also athletes, musical talents, and so on. We want to show different parenting styles through different types of parents. Seeing me hesitating, the program staff started coaxing Miles. As soon as he heard that it was very fun, Miles immediately nodded in agreement. Having no choice, I had to go with them to record. On the day of the official recording, I met several families with different occupations at the scene, including Otto's family. When he saw us, Otto came over to say hello. He also tried to pat Miles on the head, but before his hand reached the spot, he was cleverly avoided by his son. Before everyone could react, the staff had already signaled everyone to go and prepare for the shooting. The first episode was for each family to gather together and chat, promoting friendship among the children. The children always discussed food, drinks, toys, and showed off their own toys. However, as they talked, they actually started arguing. Your dad is so useless. My dad is a movie star loved by many people and has won many awards. The one who spoke was Luke, Mia's son, and he argued with another child, Kyler. Hearing this, the expressions of several adults present were not very good-looking. Kyler's father used to be a national badminton player and had won countless honors, but unfortunately had to leave the competition due to injuries. Although everyone said that children's words should not be taken seriously, all the adults at the scene felt a bit awkward. That's not right, Miles said confidently. I saw with my own eyes on TV that Kyler's dad won a huge gold medal in the competition. The other children were surprised to hear this and gathered around to ask if it was true. You're lying. You're an orphan without a father. Of course you don't know anything. Luke retorted disdainfully. Luke, Otto interrupted him angrily, and Mia next to him quickly covered her child's mouth and explained, I'm sorry everyone, children don't know how to speak, please forgive us. Worried that my son would be sad, I quickly hugged him and glared at the Otto family. Another mother rolled her eyes and sarcastically said, children may not think before they speak, but adults should be responsible for what they say. How can you say such things casually? Otto looked a little embarrassed. I'm really sorry, I'm too busy filming, and have left the main task of taking care of my child to my wife. And I'm really not doing my duty. Yes, it's indeed my fault. I didn't guide Luke to understand the right things. Mia quickly echoed, That's wrong. Suddenly a voice startled everyone, and it turned out to be Miles. Teaching children is not only the mother's responsibility, but also the father's obligation. I shook my head secretly. It really raised a troublesome son. Since you don't have a father, why are you talking about this? Someone questioned. Miles replied calmly, My biological father has passed away. Otto's face turned ugly when he heard this. So I found a new daddy substitute. I didn't know where this new daddy came from. Although everyone found it very funny, I felt a mix of emotions at that moment. Fortunately, the rest of the recording went smoothly without any more incidents. Naturally, before the episode aired, the sensitive content was edited to avoid negative comments from the public about the children, especially the deletion of all the scenes of Luke's inappropriate language. The content was replaced by Miles' positive performance, which attracted many fans who liked the child's innocence and liveliness. With this excellent performance, many production teams took the initiative to find us, hoping that Miles could guest star in some small roles. And in the following gatherings, the parents of other participants were also very willing to let their children play with Miles. And even Otto, who was initially unfriendly, gradually changed his attitude and cast approving glances from time to time. However, no matter how his attitude changed, I didn't care at all. 11. While the kids are all at school, the program team invited several of us parents to record a video interview to talk about our parenting experiences. When it came to the interview, Otto started talking endlessly, completely unlike what he said last time, saying that Mia was mainly responsible for taking care of the child. Kyler's mother snorted aside, What a hypocrite! After the interview, when I went to the parking lot, I saw Otto and Mia arguing in a corner. Mia, what's with this expression? Do you think you've done a good job of raising him? What if what your son said was spread online? I'm doing this for who? Do you think I paid off all those debts myself? I didn't want to listen to their argument anymore, and I was about to turn and leave when Otto's agent accidentally bumped into me. The agent ran over in a hurry and said a few words to Otto. Otto's face turned very ugly, and then he left quickly. What's wrong with him? I curiously asked the staff next to me. Just check the trending searches on Weibo. The keyword #AutoCuckolded was trending. I was a little confused. Mia shouldn't do anything to sorry to Otto. Clicking in, I found that netizens were speculating about the appearance of Luke after watching the variety show. They posted several comparison photos. His hair is curly and his eyes are brown. Neither Otto nor Mia has these features. Could it be that the movie Emperor Otto has been cuckolded? Does he know that the child isn't his? He probably doesn't know. Didn't he post on Weibo before saying our family? I was curious about the discussion on this hot search, and everyone was guessing whether Otto knew about the child. But soon, another piece of news that suddenly popped up on the hot search surprised me. This was a post forwarded from a forum. Recently, the identity of the child of a famous actor has caused a lot of controversy. I took the opportunity to investigate the information about Mia's production at that time. And do you know what I found? There were several pictures attached to the post. Mia and the famous novelist Nora actually gave birth in the same hospital on the same day. Look at the photos of Otto when he was a child, and then compare the appearance of the two children. First floor, no way, Miles really looks like Otto when he was a child. 23rd floor, I have a bold idea. 24th floor, I thought of it too, but I dare not say it. 100th floor, is the story of swapping babies really true? Originally, these were just speculations by netizens, but with the forwarding of marketing accounts, it attracted more people's attention. As a result, Mia actually liked this Weibo post but quickly canceled it. In an instant, this keyword replaced the previous cuckold topic and became the new hot topic. Even more shockingly, someone secretly released a clip that was cut from the show. Did you say you didn't have a father? My father passed away. This video caused a controversy that was completely different from what the program team expected. 1001st floor. Oh my god. What if he is really the real prince who was switched? Then wouldn't he have thought he was an orphan all this time? 1234th floor. Luke feels like a spoiled child in a wealthy family. It's pitiful that Miles is so sensible at such a young age. 2000th floor. No matter what, the most hurt is always the child. 3405th floor. By the way, does anyone remember that Mia went abroad? However, this comment was deleted soon after it was posted. 12. I'm more worried about Miles' personal information being widely publicized than the chaos online, I said. The kindergarten teacher called me soon after, saying that the school was crowded with reporters. Fearing that these reporters would disturb the kindergarten, I didn't think twice and drove there to pick up Miles. When I got there, I heard that the child had been taken away by someone else. How could they let a stranger take the child away so easily? He said he was the child's father, and he's a famous person. I'm going to talk to the school and hold the relevant personnel responsible. I left these harsh words and hurried away. Unexpectedly, as soon as I walked out of the school gate, I ran into Nolan, who had come. Before I could ask, he pulled me into the car. A friend took a picture of Otto taking Miles away, and I knew you would be anxious to find the child, so I followed. Let's go now. I've managed to intercept those pictures. According to an insider, Otto is at home. Seeing my pale face, he comforted me. Don't worry too much, at least Otto shouldn't hurt Miles. We quickly arrived at Otto's residence, and I pressed the doorbell anxiously. I knew you would come. As soon as I opened the door, I rushed in. Where did you hide Miles? How dare you take my child away without telling me? After scanning around, I found Miles asleep on the sofa. I quickly went over and hugged my son tightly. Baby! I found that my child's face was unusually red and his body was very hot. The child has a fever. I took him to the doctor and gave him some fever medicine, and then he went to bed. Since that's the case, maybe we should have a good talk? Nolan gently picked up Miles and persuaded me to calm down and sit down and talk. I followed Otto into the yard. I'm sure you know about the situation online. I didn't think you would expose Miles to the public. What? Do you think it's all my fault, making everyone laugh at me? He seemed a little choked up, but still clarified. I don't mean that. I think it's better to take the child to my place first and then. Are you trying to force me to admit the rumors online, saying that I switched the children? Don't worry, netizens won't take action against you without real evidence. Otto quickly said. Besides, I can choose not to participate in this project. Listen, I can consider terminating the contract. As for Miles, you will definitely not get him. Seeing that I was still unwilling to compromise, Otto seemed a little impatient. Then I'll find a lawyer to solve it. No matter what, I will definitely get custody. Miles, who didn't know when he woke up, suddenly ran over. No, I don't want you to be my father. I just fed you medicine myself. I'm your biological father. It was only once, and it's been my mom who has been with me for many years. Compared to you, you're not suitable at all. With that, I picked up the child and was about to leave. Although Otto tried to catch up, he was stopped by Nolan. What's the use of being so flattering? A divorced woman. Do you think you can get into your family's eyes? I stood there for a moment, heard Miles call out Mom, and then turned to leave. Before leaving, I asked Nolan to help send the child home, and told him that I needed to deal with the online storm first. 13. What exactly do you want from me? I'm not going to help you deal with Otto. I didn't answer directly, but instead asked, have you paid off your ex-husband's debt? A flash of panic crossed Mia's eyes. What does that have to do with you? I've always wondered why you would agree to let Otto take Miles away. It's not good for you and your son. Unless you know he has something on you. Mia's face turned pale instantly, and the cup in her hand trembled slightly. I took out a stack of photos. You know what's in these photos, right? Seeing Mia's stunned look, I confirmed my guess. There was a string of letters written on the stone that almost hit Mia. Nolan and I speculated that it was someone's account. We searched online and found that the account had been blocked. But when we checked the backend data, I found that this account had sent a private message when a marketing account posted that Mia and Otto were going to star in my drama. The other party claimed to be a fan of Otto and attached a batch of photos. In those photos, many young women accused Otto of using his position to introduce some fans to directors. After the directors had relationships with the selected girls, they would threaten them with videos and then give them small compensations. And Otto gained valuable film and television resources through this. Therefore, his position in the entertainment industry has been steadily rising. Not only that, I also found out that Mia's ex-husband was also a member of that circle. Mia seemed to have also been involved in this vortex. I think you were also used by Otto to get those resources. And he also arranged for you to go abroad, right? As long as you tell me the truth about Otto, I will help you pay off your debts and let you get out of this. After a long time, Mia finally told me what happened that year. She told me that when she was with Otto, because she loved him, she agreed to meet those directors with him. As long as she performed well, both of them could get enviable film and television opportunities. But Otto was never satisfied. He wanted more and better roles. At that time, Mia's ex-husband had wealth and connections abroad, which was exactly what Otto wanted. After their relationship was exposed, under Otto's brainwashing, Mia pretended to break up and went to country P with her ex-husband. There, Mia was cheated out of all her money and was forced to get married. Her ex-husband claimed that he had to give him $1 million to agree to a divorce. Mia had a very hard time overseas, while Otto benefited greatly. You thought he entered the wrong room by mistake? Because he liked your novel, he wanted to get close to you and turn his life around through your work. I remember that when I was selecting actors, I politely declined his suggestion because he was not suitable for the role. He couldn't find any value to exploit, so he lost interest in you. So Otto went back to his old ways, contacting directors and building new connections. I finally escaped from Country P and he found me again, because I had campaigned for him many times. He said that as long as I continue to help him, he will pay off my ex-husband's debt for me. Mia had no money and no job, so she could only obey, and resistance would only lead to violence. Now he wants to recognize his son, because there is a director who can't have children but wants a child, and Otto plans to give Miles to the director. I slammed the cup on the table with a snap. Mia was startled, and I said with trembling voice, "I won't let him have his way. Do you have any other evidence of him?" She shook her head. "Isn't there already this chat screenshot? This is not enough." To find more solid evidence, I asked Mia to continue to pay attention to Otto's actions. 14. The online storm was getting worse, and many of Otto's fans were coming to my comments section to scold me. I quickly posted my and Miles' paternity test report online and published the divorce certificate. Otto's previous marriage could no longer be hidden, but this could only clarify the issue of the real and fake prince. With Otto's current status, fans care more about his works. After quitting social media, I received a message from Mia. He seems to be fooling another fan this week, and he might take her to meet the director on the weekend. After confirming the time and place, I had the police come in advance. That afternoon, the police suddenly burst in and arrested those people who gathered together. But Otto was nowhere to be found. The police left some people to continue searching for Otto and asked me to go home and wait for news. On my way home, my eyelids kept twitching. Aunt Olivia called. "Miss, Otto has been knocking on the door looking for Miles. I dare not open the door, and now he's starting to smash the door." Sure enough, as soon as I got home, Otto came to the door. "I knew you would come." As soon as I opened the door, I rushed in. "Where did you hide Miles? How dare you take my child away without telling me?" After scanning around, I found Miles asleep on the sofa. I quickly went over and hugged my son tightly. "Baby." I found that my child's face was unusually red, and his body was very hot. "The child has a fever." I took him to the doctor and gave him some fever medicine, and then he went to bed. "Since that's the case, maybe we should have a good talk." Nolan gently picked up Miles and persuaded me to calm down and sit down and talk. I followed Otto into the yard. "I'm sure you know about the situation online. I didn't think you would expose Miles to the public. What? Do you think it's all my fault, making everyone laugh at me? He seemed a little choked up but still clarified. I don't mean that. I think it's better to take the child to my place first, and then. Are you trying to force me to admit the rumors online? Saying that I switched the children? Don't worry. Netizens won't take action against you without real evidence. Otto quickly said. Besides, I can choose not to participate in this project. Listen, I can consider terminating the contract. As for Miles, you will definitely not get him. Seeing that I was still unwilling to compromise, Otto seemed a little impatient. Then I'll find a lawyer to solve it. No matter what, I will definitely get custody. Miles, who didn't know when he woke up, suddenly ran over. No, I don't want you to be my father. I just fed you medicine myself. I'm your biological father. It was only once, and it's been my mom who has been with me for many years. Compared to you, you're not suitable at all. With that, I picked up the child and was about to leave. Although Otto tried to catch up, he was stopped by Nolan. What's the use of being so flattering? A divorced woman. Do you think you can get into your family's eyes? I stood there for a moment, heard Miles call out Mom, and then turned to leave. Before leaving, I asked Nolan to help send the child home, and told him that I needed to deal with the online storm first. 15. The news of Otto's arrest quickly topped the trending searches. Netizens were shocked to see that the former movie emperor would end up like this. At the same time, the adaptation of my novel into a TV series was about to be put on the agenda. The two original leading actors were replaced because of this incident. Facing this situation, Mia didn't say anything, because her career was also affected by Otto's incident. Even the parent-child variety show that Miles participated in cut out all their clips. I gave her a sum of money as agreed, helping her pay off her debt. She chose to quit the entertainment industry and started a new life with her child abroad. Before the filming of this drama, Nolan often came to my house. He said he wanted to discuss the script. Every time he heard that he was coming, Miles would run out to greet him happily. Last time Miles accidentally called him Dad. Nolan just smiled and cleverly changed the subject without saying much. When the script was basically finalized, Nolan coughed and said, "Oh, why don't you come over to my house for dinner this weekend? My parents want to meet you and Miles." Originally, I wanted to decline, but Miles took the lead and said, "Mom, please agree. I also want to play with Kyler." It wasn't until recently that I learned that the athlete on the show was Nolan's brother. Actually, during this period, I could feel Nolan's intentions, but my previous failed marriage experience left me with some shadows. Now the situation is different. Otto has been arrested, Mia has started a new life, and those girls who were hurt have also gradually recovered. I think I should move on too. This time, I didn't refuse Nolan's invitation. Sunlight poured down, and Nolan and I each held one of Miles' hands, walking towards the future.